how you answer these questions is really important. Don't let someone ask you a question and then you just answer with a short answer, like this, for example. Someone says, do you have to go out every night? And you say, no, I don't. And then carry on packing up your kit. Now you know that these people are asking you this question because they're wondering whether they'd be interested. So what we need to do now is help them think it through. Now it may end up that they're not interested, fine, but we need to help them think it through because in most cases they actually will end up to be interested. So you have to use their question in such a way that you're able to make it start a conversation that leads to them wanting to take a business pack home. So that's the goal. The goal is not to sign them up on the night. You're there to do the best you can for your host, to get her the most gifts as possible, to focus on her. Anybody else, when it comes to recruiting people or talking about the business, we have to keep it brief because otherwise you're infringing on everybody else's time. So if somebody's really insisting, then make an appointment to see them the next day. Or make an arrangement to go out to the car later and talk out at the car, something like that. Now in our next session, we're going to talk about exactly what business information you need to give them. But for now, since we haven't done that session yet, obviously, just know that you need to have a business pack of some sort and you want them to take it home. Let's talk about how to answer the questions. What's important is to, before we get into that, is to be aware or be wary of simply answering the question after you've interpreted it in your own way. Remember that we don't really know what anyone's thinking. We might have a bit of an idea, but they could also be coming from a completely different angle. So an example could be if they ask, do you have to go out every night? And you're thinking, right, they're asking me that. They probably don't want to go out too many nights in a row. So based on that, you start to answer in a way that fits what you've decided they're asking about. So your answer will include highlighting that, no, you don't have to go out very much. But you might have it completely wrong because they might be thinking something completely different. They could be so bored at home, they'd love to go out every night to do parties. So that then makes your response not quite as helpful to them. Now, just remember this could happen with any question. Never assume you know what they mean. And one of my favorite quotes is, people don't think what you think they think. People don't think what you think they think. And that works for everything. So you need to always answer by starting a conversation. That way you can get more information before you give a response, because then you'll be actually talking about something that means something to them. So make sure you ask questions about them so that they can talk. Don't jump straight in and ask them if they'd like to do this. It's way too early for that. Treat this like a romance. You don't, or most people don't ask someone to marry you 5 minutes after you meet. It's a big decision for people, and it's not one that they can make in 30 seconds. So we're not going to ask people to marry us in 5 minutes or join our business in 5 minutes. We need them to actually get some information and to think about it. So what we're going to do now is Cherie and I are going to role play some of these scenarios. Now just remember that in this situation it might not come across as completely natural, but I want you just to get some ideas of how you could respond when you hear these questions. Okay, so let's go.
Okay. Do you have to go out every night?
Actually, no, I don't. I choose when I want to go out, and I'm only booking times in that fit around the family and whatever we're doing. It's really, really flexible, and it's totally up to me, which is great. I really like that about the business. What sort of work do you do?
Well, I work at the XYZ company as an administrator.
Okay, I've heard of that company. I know someone that works near there. Do you enjoy working there?
No, I don't really. I don't spend near enough time with my children.
Oh, how old are your kids?
3 and 5.
Oh, okay, so that's a busy time, isn't it?
Yep.
And you don't feel that you have enough time with them because you're busy working 9 to 5?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yep. Rushing out the door, rushing in the door. Always got something to do.
Oh, it's very busy, isn't it?
Mm.
Have you ever thought about doing something else?
Um, no, I haven't. Well, it does go through my head sometimes that I should really think about doing something else.
Oh, have you ever thought about doing the sort of thing that I'm doing?
No, I haven't actually. But I have to admit, I was thinking while I was watching you that it is something I could possibly do.
Well, I wonder if you'd be interested in just taking one of these business packs home to have a read of. You might find it interesting. I don't know.
Oh, sure, yeah, be good to have a wee look at it, yeah.
Okay, excellent. Here you are. Thanks, Cherie. Now, just to let you know as well, if Cherie had said, so I was asking her questions now, if Cherie had said that she absolutely loves her work and couldn't imagine doing anything else, I probably wouldn't have offered her a business pack. But what I would have done is I would have asked her or talked to her about whether she knows anyone who might be interested, because we've got a bit of a rapport and she'd be quite open to maybe thinking of anybody that she knows. Okay, let's try another one.
Did you have to buy all this stuff?
Well, there actually was an initial setup cost, just like any other business, but it was less than half the cost of the products, which is fantastic. It actually only took me about 3 parties to get all the money back and to start earning money of my own, which I was really happy about. Have you got any experience in business? Have you ever been involved in any business at all?
No, I have thought about it a couple of times, and I thought, it would be quite good, to have your own business, but I've never really done anything about it.
Oh, well, I think it's awesome. I love it. I love being in business for myself and having total freedom around what I do. So I don't know if this might be something that would suit you at all, but would you be interested in taking a business pack home and just having a read of it? You might find it interesting.
Yeah, no harm in having a look. Yeah, no, might as well.
Okay, so thanks, Cherie. Now, just notice that one of the things that I said there, which is something that I say a lot, is I don't know if this might be something that would suit you. It's giving them an out, and it's helping them not feel so pressured. It means that even if they're not interested, they could be happy to show it to a friend. So we want to make sure that we're not closing a door and that we're opening. We want to get to the people that they know as well. They may not be interested, but they take a business pack home. If they find it interesting for someone else, they'll show it to them. So it's not just about trying to get, if you like, this person, but people that they know as well. Okay, let's do the next one.
How do you remember everything you have to say?
Well, I don't remember much at all. I've got a terrible memory. All I'm doing is talking about products that I really love and that have helped me heaps, so I really don't have to remember anything. If I get stuck, all I do is I look it up or I find out and I just call people back. We're actually quite lucky. We get really excellent training and that tends to keep everything really fresh in our minds.
Okay.
What sort of work do you do?
Oh, no, I don't work at the moment. I just look after the kids at home.
Oh, I don't know about not working then. That's more than a full-time job as far as I could see. Do you enjoy being home with the kids?
Most of the time I do. They're fantastic and we have loads of fun. But I must admit, sometimes I would like to get out a little more and be with grown-ups.
Okay, well you must have enjoyed tonight then.
Yeah, actually I did.
There's actually quite a few people in my team who are mums at home and they love this. They love going out once or twice a week and they really enjoy earning a little bit of extra money as well. Now I've got no idea if this is going to be something that might interest you at all, but you're really welcome to take a business pack home just to have a look at if you'd like. It may or may not be something that catches your fancy, but there's no harm in looking.
No, well, I don't really know if this is my thing at all, but yeah, I'm quite happy to have a look. I'll take a pack home, no harm.
Okay, thank you, Cherie. So I'm hoping that what you're getting from this is that I'm not waiting for the first opportunity just to pounce. I'm actually trying to find out if maybe this would be something Sheree might be interested in looking at. And because we're having a conversation, it feels a bit safer for people. Okay, this is the last one now.
Does your husband mind you doing this?
Well, actually, I have to admit he wasn't really too sure about it at the beginning, but when he saw that I was actually bringing in some money, he actually became a lot happier. So he's now my #1 supporter, which is really good. It's been fantastic. What sort of work do you do?
I just work part-time at the bank.
Do you enjoy that?
I quite enjoyed it. Yeah, I really like the people contact.
Okay, well, it must be quite nice to have a bit of freedom to be able to do what you want. What do you do with the rest of your time?
Well, my new favourite is Zumba, and I love to have coffee with my friends. I do a lot of that.
Okay, Zumba is something I've been thinking about getting into, but I haven't been along to one yet. I must go because everyone says it's a lot of fun.
It is.
And that's really nice to have lots of time to catch up with your friends as well. That must be quite nice to have some free time.
Yeah, it is nice, but you know, the hours I do at the bank probably isn't enough money-wise, so I wouldn't mind earning a little bit more.
Have you ever thought about starting up a business of your own?
No, I haven't actually.
What do you think your husband might think if you did?
Oh, I just really don't know. That's why I was sort of interested to know what your husband thought.
Oh, well, he came around really well, actually. I don't know. I really don't know if this is the sort of thing that might interest you at all, but quite a few people in my group do have other part-time jobs, and they just do this for a little bit of extra money, just for special treats and things. Would you be interested in maybe taking some bits and pieces home to read about the business? If you find it interesting, you could show it to your husband as well, and you could see what he thinks.
I guess I could have a look. I've got really no idea if I'm actually interested or not.
Okay, well, there's no harm in looking. If it turns out that you are interested, then just let me know. I can always come and explain everything to you and your husband as well, and maybe answer all his questions if you like.
Okay, then.
All right. Thanks, Sheree. Okay, so you've noticed that I do give people a lot of outs, and all it does is reduce the pressure. So remember, I'm only looking for vaguely interested people. Once I've got them, then I can work with them. But by not using pressure, I set myself up for being able to ask them to think of other people that might be interested. And the conversation also means they start to share quite a bit about themselves, which is great because I get to find out about them. We get to find out if we've got anything in common, and if nothing else, it's actually a good way to make a new friend as well, which I don't know, if you've been in this business for a while, you'll find that you've made lots of friends this way.